All right, guys. So this episode is going to be brought to you by our sponsor, Pyre Gaming. That's spelled Pyre. They have all your gaming needs. They have things from gaming merch to gaming supplements. You guys like, G Fuel and stuff like that? Well, why not try Pyre? And in my opinion, it works a lot better than the G Fuel stuff. And you guys can get a bit of a discount from me by using my discount code at RAIN215. That is REIGN 215. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Nukeclear podcast. It's going to be episode 4. I'm your host, Jihad, joined by my gracious host,
Mikael.
And our boy,
Matt.
Woo! All right, firstly, how's you guys' week's been?
Shit, this is weird. My week had been pretty good. I did stuff with my body.
Like, butt stuff?
Oh no, I'm talking about taking showers. But like I took showers. That was really good. I like water. Water is good for my body. I took a shower every day this week, twice.
Golden shower?
No, just showers.
So wait, you're not on the no bathing trend?
Like Jake Gyllenhaal?
All right, like no.
No.
No, bro, dude, that is so weird. Like, I can't imagine just going about my day just being like, hey, like this magma that growing right here.
But like telling people about this shit.
Yeah,
too.
man, being proud about it, like going on, like you're on People magazine, like, oh yeah, guess what? I don't shower. You're just taking this picture with your dogs and pets and your like kids and shit.
Your family out here promoting smegma.
Bro, just let my shit cake up, bro.
Cause I know he's like born in 1980, so I know his shit is uncircumcised.
He's Jewish, right? I think.
Oh, is he?
I don't know.
To Google.
No. All fact. No, we don't need to fact check it. He's Jewish.
He is, isn't he?
No.
He's.
Fact checking the circumcision.
Oh.
I was kinda curious.
Also, I played the shit ton of like Dragon Age Origins. I went back. Like, I've been doing this whole backlog since like the first episode, but I'm at Dragon Age Origins. I modded the shit out of it, and this is my first full modded playthrough of the game. And it is my favorite RPG or CRPG of all time. It is literally not just because of nostalgia and the way I got it. That was the last game I got from Blockbuster in 2009. So like for Christmas, because my family couldn't afford a full game, and yeah, it was just, besides memories and all that, it's just such a good fucking game. Like, the best way to make a silent protagonist is where you can pick the choice of what they say, not just a full silent protagonist like in Neo or whatnot, where they don't speak. Neo 2, where you have your character. But like full on, like, let me pick the option so I can become a voice actor. I really love it. The story is amazing still. It still holds up. The characters are great. I didn't know, there's certain shit I never even did in the game before, because I only played the game even
back
on
when
PC.
It was like at launch or
right? But I only played it on console, and then one playthrough I did it on PC. I only downloaded like the Grey Warden armor because my PC was shipped back in like 2013 when I played it first. Okay. On my PC, I played it on 09, but on PC 2013. But like, I modded the shit out of it. It's a great game. It is the closest. I want to do a video someday on like games that are like Berserk, like have a Berserk influence, or like have that dark fantasy aesthetic. And that will be on my list. Like, obviously you have Dragon's Dogma, probably some Baldur's Gate games, but like Dragon Age is the closest that we'll get into like an actual story RPG version of dark fantasy. Like, it's bloody. It was doing it in you got to think about 2009. Like, no RPG had blood getting on the character. Like, that wasn't a thing until like the game you just played, Nier.
Oh, Nier. Yeah. Nier.
They didn't start putting blood on the characters for RPGs. Like, if it's like Devil May Cry or shit, like, yeah, that's cool. But I don't even think Devil May Cry blood this one.
No, it never got on your character. But like Bloodborne, Dark Souls, they started doing that too, adding blood to onto the character and everything. Like especially Bloodborne, you were bloody as fuck.
Oh
in that
yeah,
game.
dude, it's nasty.
it
It's
was-
musty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shit's very dank, very moist.
I hate the fucking ragdoll physics on that game where you can just
That shit was
it's
hilarious.
all Souls games or like Demon
Yeah.
Souls games. It's just like rag around the body after you kill it. But
That shit was funny though.
yeah, no, Dragon Age Origins is still one of the best games of all time. Every character in that game there's no bad character. And future games like Dragon Age 2 and Dragon Age Inquisition, like I have a character I don't really care for. Like Vivian is Dragon Age Inquisition. She's like a Orlesian mage. And then you have literally Anders or anyone else in Dragon Age 2 that I just hate. I hate that game. I detest it. It's not a horrible game. It's just, how do you make one of the best games of all time and then in 2 years you make one of the worst RPGs ever?
That's BioWare for you.
Yeah.
Same thing with Mass Effect.
Same thing with Mass Effect. Oh, yeah.
And Anthem. That was supposed to be a huge thing, and
All right.
and Destiny.
This is the reason why I wanted to make this joint a little bit shorter, because I was going to talk about shit like this for a little bit because it's part of our weeks. It is so games as a service, which Dragon Age was supposed to be, Dragon Age 4 was supposed to be. I think they canceled it. Like live service games never fucking work.
No.
There's two things that don't work: live service games or games where you have to make where the players make their own stories. They are indicative of having a community that will dictate people playing the game, and they have to sell microtransactions or stuff packs or whatever to keep the game going. There's an RPG genre where there's like survival game like DayZ or like Mortal Online 2, like a lot of games where it's just like, hey, you build up the environment.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Those
the
games,
economy of the game. And
yeah,
everything,
there's no story besides the one you make, and that sounds cute. And like as someone who tried to do that for game development for our game, where it's like, hey, yeah, players can build their own story. It doesn't work because a lot of time players grief. They fucking like fuck with other players' shit, and that can make someone not play the game.
Oh yeah.
There's like a lot of fucking bill hacks and all that type of shit. It's like, it never works. They never last long.
Yeah, that's why Fallout 76 was so garbage.
Yeah, because it was just like, do you really care about the story? Oh wait, you're just listening to audio logs.
And
like,
there's
the
no,
least fun part
there were no
about Fallout.
NPCs,
There
which
were
is what made Fallout universe, was the unique NPCs and whatnot, the ghouls, the different mutants you see, different types of mutants, the people you met, and the different like the factions and shit you fought against and whatever. That's what made Fallout so unique. Brotherhood of Steel and whatnot. Why would you remove what sold people on the game in the first place? That didn't make any sense.
And then
at
they
all.
added in the retcon certain parts of the story just because, you know,
Yeah.
they did the same thing with Elder Scrolls Online. That's why I hate it. It's in its own universe. Because, like, not trying to get super nerdy, like, Elder Scrolls Online literally pushes the whole universe of Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, it was very dumbed down.
And same thing with Fallout 76. Is like the Brotherhood still are not even supposed to be outside yet.
Right. Albeit, ESO was a lot of a much better fleshed out game than Fallout 76.
Yeah, because it's actually an MMORPG.
Yeah, and it's serviceable. It's playable. You know what I mean? It's definitely not like on par with like Final Fantasy 14, but
Hell
hell,
no.
not even close. But like, I really caught myself sitting down like grinding on ESO like when it was first out, and then I kind of just checked out of it because I was like, yo, there's other better MMORPGs out there than this. So.
And the MMORPGs genre is having a real resurgence, which is
True.
surprising because no new games
Yeah.
are really out besides Bless Online Unchained.
True, and that genre of game, it died when MOBAs came out. Like League of Legends, Dota 2, and all that. They were like the new kid on the block. And then MOBAs are still relevant. Like they're still popping and shit like that. League is still like one of the biggest games
Dota's
out
still
there.
going.
Dota 2, and then like BR Battle Royale games were the new
Killed
hot
it
thing.
too, like because it's super casual and there's like, remember, it's only, you don't have to worry about getting to end game.
Yeah,
Like every game is a new start of a game,
exactly.
so it's like
And before that was the hero shooters. Like Overwatch started that, and like the couple. Well, technically, like,
Team
Fortress.
Fortress,
Yeah,
yeah.
Team Fortress did, and then
I say motherfuckers were about to
Yeah.
kill you in the comments if you said one about that. Like
right. But yeah, like that was like the new hot thing. But then that didn't really last too long because there were too many new kids on the block. Like You know, Overwatch came out, and then like Paladins, and
what was that one that came out from the people who did Borderlands that died?
Yeah. Oh man, that was the Jesus Christ. Battleborn, yeah.
Holy shit! How the fuck do
How did you remember that? Wow, I have the game still.
I have the game too.
That's funny. Granted, to be honest with you, it was a much better game than Overwatch. Yeah.
Because it wasn't even the same genre of game.
No, it was much more like a MOBA than a hero shooter than anything. And you could choose the type of build. Every single match felt differently because you got to choose if you wanted this character to play. You had like a skill tree, so it was just like a MOBA, but you could take different routes with the character. You could focus on like being an assassin with that character, or building like, I don't know, being more tanky with him or something like them or whatever. It was very cool, and it was a great way to approach the game, but. There were definitely like a lot of balancing issues. A lot of those games suffer from that.
They didn't have a lot of time, and I think like Overwatch literally just killed the whole hype.
They eclipsed everybody because Blizzard is in Activision's huge. So
you know, don't sexually assault your employees and make them kill themselves. No shade. All shade. Fuck you guys. But yeah, no, like I have this whole rant bigged up on like I hate the MMO genre. Like I have an abusive relationship with the MMO genre.
Yeah, same. That's why I genuinely don't really play them anymore.
Like even if it's trash that comes out, like are we good on time? Bless Online just released another version of the same game, Bless Unleashed, but it's like Bless Online was a completely different game.
I remember.
Then Bless Unleashed is a completely different game that was released on console, and essentially we just got a console port of a PC game that was supposed to be on PC but then got ported to console, whatever, and now doing really well. And as soon as I fucking tried the game, I was on the phone with you when I downloaded the game. I'm just like, oh, gender lock classes, I'm out of it, because I like playing as an elf. I don't want to play as a human, or like the big Qunari style race, or the I'm a pedophile race, or I'm a furry race. Every fucking Terra has that shit, where they have like the little girl with the thick thighs and shit.
Yeah. And
then they have a class specific for it. Black Desert Online does the same shit, where it's just like, oh, I want to be a Dark Knight. I think Dark Knights are cool. True. You know, Cecil from Final Fantasy IV was a Dark Knight that turned to a Paladin. Right. Like, cool shit, awesome shit. And it's just like, oh, but you have to be a female. And not just a female, you have to be a slutty one. You know the most practical way of fighting is with high heels on. You know the best armor is no armor. Like
chainmail titties and like G-string undergarments.
I hate like over-sexualized female art. Like I'm even as a kid, like I never liked a really shiny sword, or like, you know, like how Wrath of the Lynch King, you get like at the end of the campaign, you get this really awesome sword at the end of it. I forgot what it was called, but like, you know how it glows and it has all this like room magic on it. It's like, I don't care for that. I like a practical sword. Like, it looks like, I want a sword that looks like I can use it in real life.
Okay.
Like, I don't really like the impractical stuff. Same thing with armor. Like, I don't like spikes here, nipple here. Like, well, what are we doing? And it's just stupid. But yeah, no, I have a really bad relationship with MMORPGs. I love Final Fantasy 14. I never not gonna love it, but I like PvP too. So I go to Guild Wars 2 for the World v World mode. I've been playing that game for almost 10 years now. And like, I just want a game with ship combat, but in a fantasy setting. I can never get that. Archage was supposed to be that one, but it was another game where you know, you can't be like, you know, fucking up your whole cash shop system, and then release a game where it's not supposed to have a cash shop, but then sell us cash shop stuff for a new class that was not supposed to be paid for.
And the game still runs, but no one's developed on it in like over 10 years. I don't know.
And the Archage was supposed to be the one.
The game was fire. The game was very fire, but it was
supposed to be the one. But yeah, Korean MMOs fucking suck. Arguing with me otherwise. All Korean MMOs are a grind fest. They're stupid. They have one gimmick, and then when they get ported out to the state, they get a shitty developer like Gamigo. What's the other one? That's just, I think that's also Gamigo. Runes of Magic. ArenaNet.
Yes,
Like-
and then like there's NC Soft, or is it next?
Yeah,
One of
NCSoft
them
used to be in
yeah.
charge of Guild Wars 2, and then they became ArenaNet. ArenaNet's cool. NCSoft fucked Turbine that fucked up Dungeons and Dragons Online.
Mm.
Like Lord of the Rings Online, I used to play the shit out
Lord
of
of
that.
the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. But yeah, dude. Sorry, it's a little tangent, but it's like this is my favorite genre of game. RPGs are my favorite genre. I literally have, you can't see it because I'm Darcy, but like I literally have Zack Fair tattooed on me. I love, and I have Persona tattooed on me and Oblivion on my neck. Like I love RPGs, and it sucks that like it takes a good decade for one to come out that I like.
Oh yeah, true.
Like Persona 5 was my last decade. The 2000s, I would say Final Fantasy X, Dragon Age Origins, Dragon's Dogma will be in 2010s. Dragon Dogma is so fucking good. I need to play that game.
I get around to it.
It's literally Berserk.
Yeah, I see.
In the
True.
original
Yeah,
version,
it is.
you could literally get you can't
Yeah,
get
they
it
had
in.
the DLC, but they lost the copyright.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why we got mods. Yeah, and you're gonna be playing on PC too, so you're gonna get the armor anyway. No console for us. But yeah, that's about my week. Sorry about that, guys. I love RPGs. Please do better. New World fucking sucks, by the way. That shit is so fucking corny.
God.
Amazon don't make good games. All right.
True.
So, how was your week, man?
Jesus Christ. My week's been pretty good. I've been doing more artwork again, so that's been fun. After a long hiatus, I took a break from that, and had to get my gears, turning again to get back to work once the pandemic was a little bit sorted out. So I've just been in grind mode lately, and I've been hitting the gym up again,
Word.
which is good because been out for like a couple months since I started working again. Just had to fit it back into my schedule.
Do you still have your six pack?
I do not,
That's fine.
unfortunately. I mean, it's there, but like I've been bulking a lot, so I got to start cutting.
Gotcha.
So once I start cutting, I'll start getting more lean and whatnot. Do my cardio.
So wait, do you like? Because Matt fasts.
Right.
So do you? If you're losing weight, do you just like eat a lot and just work it off, or do you not eat at all and work out?
No, so like if I'm losing weight, regardless, like so if I need to lose weight, right? I can fast also. Like that's something I do partake in too, is intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
But I do have like a ridiculously quick metabolism, so I get hungry very fast.
Like how many times you poop a day? Respectfully.
A healthy 3+ maybe. I don't know. Like I try to eat fiber too, like in there.
Oh, so you be
Yeah.
eating Raisin Bran and
Or
shit?
like nah. I mean, I'm not really a big cereal guy anymore.
Really?
And yeah, I'm lactose intolerant, so I use
Oh.
almond milk, but protein. Consume a high protein diet, exercise and whatnot. I make sure I'm moving 24/7, or trying to get my steps in at least. So it's always good to have like a Fitbit or some type of like fitness watch or whatever
Word.
to track your steps, make sure you're like moving daily, drinking lots of water, basic shit like that. Like you don't really need to eat less or just eat a lot and then be like really going hard in the gym like crazy. You can eat just very high protein, lean foods and whatnot, and just do your
How
thing.
long you think it's gonna take you to get back to where you were?
I don't know, man. Like give me a month or two. Like I'll be like up there, like really,
Good. That's what's
Yeah.
up.
Other than that, man, we're working on a lot of projects. Been having fun coming up with topics for the podcast. Let me see what else was there. That's pretty much it. I don't want to give too much away of like what I'm working on.
He's
but
working on
it's
some cool shit. I saw him designing some shit. It looks really dope.
yeah,
It looks really fucking dope.
yeah.
So I
So
can't wait for you guys to see it.
yeah, be on the lookout for that. Working on some really cool shit. You guys are gonna see soon.
If you're gonna do previews and shit, where can they find you at?
You guys can find me on IG at the Cutthroat Creative.
Cool.
Give me a follow.
Hey Matt, how was your week?
My week was pretty good. Just been here at the studio working on some stuff, making some more headway on that EP I was doing.
Word.
I'm working on with Kirsten K. Doing a lot more. Oh, the one of the bands I work with, Stealing Society, dropped all their socials, so they're at Stealing Society Band on all socials. Follow them, give them some love. New
Put it in our
music's coming
description.
out within like next week or so. Hopefully, gonna be doing some cool collabs with people. But yeah, it's pretty much been it. Just been like working here at the studio.
Word.
Nice.
Word.
Shit on.
Working in the studio.
So if they can find out where you put your content at, where can they find it?
Ooh, at Little Brother Audio on Instagram, Facebook, littlebrotheraudio.com has our whole portfolio, all of our like music videos, music, content, all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
If I'm like kind of pissed off, so we order food from Veganese, or veganish. Yo, so slight bit. Yo, so they deliver our food for Uber Eats, and like this is the first time I order vegan food in Philly for Uber Eats ever, and like, homegirl forgot the fucking milkshake. And I was really diming on that shit. The fucking cupcake had cream cheese on it, or like a cream cheese extract, like something like that, and it wasn't even fucking icing. I was upset.
He's upset he's spaghetti.
And I paid like $60 for that shit, and we didn't even get. Are you still hungry?
Kinda, yeah.
I'm so hungry, Matt. You? This motherfucker fasts. And you're telling me I paid $60 and we didn't even get enough food to feed all of us.
Nah.
But got straws. Straws,
fucking
my
shit.
guy. Like, whatever, dude. I'm never ordering food off of Uber. I should have just went to Grindcore. I should have just did the 8-minute walk. It's whatever. Fine. All right, so we're going to get on to our next topic after this cut. So, our first topic, and our main topic, is talking about sex work and OnlyFans. Somebody ban of sex work on their page. So basically, what if you guys don't know, which you probably do know by now, because one of your friends is on OnlyFans. If you have like 100 friends, one of them are OnlyFans, and some of them might be in the top 10%. Shout out to all my friends in the top 10%. We I'm not gonna say your names because I'm not simping, but respect. Yeah. So
Just about everybody and their grandma has a fucking OnlyFans.
no,
these days,
literally
like,
grandmoms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, yes, literally grandma.
But so basically the reason why OnlyFans is cracking down on like sex work in general is because MasterCard is just like, hey, we want to not have sex work
Associated.
We don't want payments coming out of our pockets,
Right.
like, or being distributed on a list like, hey, you can make payments for here, or blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been cracking down on certain things. It's not just OnlyFans, it's like sex websites in general. Like, you can't, like, they're really cracking down on it. And to my understanding, it's more so like, hey, money's more important than what y'all doing, even though y'all make us money, which is really stupid when you really think about it. It's like you're cutting out the main thing that makes your company money, but you're like, but they already said they're trying to like backtrack it and make it.
Yeah, so they're backpedaling now. Initially, I do understand where OnlyFans as a company, as a business, is coming from. They do want investors to back their company even more because they didn't really make as much money as you think from content creators on OnlyFans.
Because a lot of them get tipped out, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's
Yeah.
like the ploy is make your page really cheap,
Right.
and then get tipped out for individual content.
And that wasn't the initial goal for OnlyFans. It was to be a mainstream company, yes, but porn was not their porn and sex work was not their priority. Even when you go to the website, that's not what you see immediately. Like when you go to the hub, you pull up to the hub,
You see naked shit.
yeah, you know, you got X videos.
You see naked shit.
Exactly. When you go on black.com,
You see naked dick. You know, as an artist, I can't say naked, nude. Nude. Yeah, I literally got like,
we boycotted that word.
yeah, in art school they would literally like look at you like side eye, like like Rioni Kenshin and shit, and like they would look at you, bro, and be like, "What do you say?"
Oh,
And you're so nude. Yeah. What's your stance on OnlyFans in general being like sex work focused?
I'm not really sure. Like, it's been popularized and like sensationalized on that website particularly for some weird reason. I mean, before then it was, you know, other websites, like there were
AVN,
AVN and like cam girls and shit like that. But now it's like
extra lunch money.
OnlyFans is like the
Porn
thing.
Central.
Why do you know all these websites?
It was a pandemic. Bro, like
This nigga was
yes, I was
down bad.
Yes. I'm honest about it. Yes. Hey guys, I paid for sex work before.
That's cool.
I am adult and I didn't want to not be alone. So I was just like, hey, this porn shit I've been watching, this same casting couch bullshit I've been watching for like a good 6 months. At some point, you gotta level up. And you just want to get a personal connection. And I know some of them were struggling because some of them couldn't get to their studio. So I was just like, let me hit up like a porn star. And then guess what? I got a comedy gig out of it. So look at me. Look at God.
Oh my God.
Have you ever met a man who got his rocks off to an over 50-year-old woman and got a comedy gig out of it?
What the fuck?
And she said I had a porn star penis? With all due respect?
I don't even.
I can be unblacked.
God
Dead ass.
damn it.
Once I get this body right,
Oh my God.
like I just gotta.
So happy.
Thanks, bro.
Oh,
I appreciate that.
Oh shit.
No, like, why you say that?
The only sex work I would pay for.
Oh,
The
for me?
only video I would invest my money in.
Yeah. Wait,
I
you
gotta
know-
support the homies.
Real shit, because I like just going all over the place with this because it's more fun.
Right.
Do you ever pay for porn before?
No.
For anything?
No,
Dojins,
it's
furry,
It's free.
CP?
What's CP? I'm not even gonna ask. I'm not even gonna ask. I know what it is, but I know.
cheese pizza.
Cheese pizza?
Pizza Gate?
Pizza gate?
No, but please don't kill us.
Support our troops.
Oh Lord, adrenochrome.
But you never pay for anything.
No, it's free. It's readily available.
But don't
Like
you?
Hot Pockets.
But don't you feel like at some point, like I understand like doing that when I was young because I couldn't afford it. But like I feel like now, like yo, Nina Hartley, you've been holding me down for like a good 15 years. That's the least I can do.
Oh God.
Cherokee Diaz,
They're fine. They don't need your
no,
money.
but it's
They're
just like it's a
fine.
thank you for raising me. Like Sarah J.
What the fuck?
No, dead ass. Like like when you come home from school and you have a long day and you just like I don't even want to study to do my homework. Like I beat my dick and then I'm like I feel I regain focus.
You're speaking a different language to me, pal.
No, bro, because you didn't beat your dick till you were 18. Me, I was beating my dick since I was like 7. So like, you gotta understand where I'm coming from.
Oh, okay, we gotta cut this.
No, it's fine. No, like you gotta understand where I'm coming from as a man. Like as a kid, I was at the time. Like so, like I went home and high speed internet. You had to pause that shit for about a good 30 minutes.
And you were on fucking dial up, like
Yeah, bro, on AOL and shit. And I had to pause that shit for 30 seconds just to watch 5 minutes.
God.
And this is when Pornhub on mobile shit, you can only watch like a certain amount of it, and you only have 4 videos. You don't remember that because you didn't start watching porn until you were 18. But like,
I mean, I had a PSP.
yeah, so you.
Oh, I was going crazy with the PSP.
Yeah, but you only had like 4 free videos a day back in the day on porn. So like I used to have to pause that shit for 30 minutes, hide that shit from my mom, and then still find a way to beat my dick. So like I gotta say, yo, I was really the Harriet Tubman of beating my dick. I was really going on the Underground Railroad, Emancipation Proclamation, my semen. And that's what I feel like I started my growth. Can I tell you about my growth?
I don't give a fuck about your growth.
All right, because I fully feel like
Yeah.
I started my growth, like because like I masturbated so much. Like, bro, I was beating my dick like 6 times a day.
That's unhealthy.
I gave myself a couple rashes. I gave myself a scar. Like because I'm circumcised and shit.
Straight up rug burn.
Yeah, bro. Like there,
Beating raw.
I was beating raw. Cause like I don't get off to like. Yeah, I don't get up. No, it's
Like
a
some
dry
ribs.
squeeze. Like
Like-
I squeeze the tip of my dick, like where the base is, where the scar is, where you got your circumcision at. You know where your scar is on your dick. You're circumcised, right? You circumcised?
Yes.
All right, cool. We're on the Circumcised Podcast, episode 5. So you put the shit, your fingers on your fucking shit, right? And like you start, cause like it's like the pressure is better than like actual blah 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 blah. You know when you beating your dick, and like I used to do that shit with like sulfur 8 just to get up just off the strength. Cause my dad used to cut my shit with like sulfur 8, and that shit was burning. So I was just like, I tried putting that shit up. You never had a sulfur 8? Sulfur 8 is like sulfur on your dick. And black people used to put that on their hair after they cut it and shit. And so I beat my dick with sulfur 8 just to see if I could like that burning sensation, and I did. So like that really prepared me for my future when I got an STI. But anyway, so what's your opinion on that? Allegedly. But no, seriously, like I was beating my dick so much that like the least I can do is like, yo, thanks, man. I appreciate you.
I don't know them. I don't.
No, but like they were a part of your life. Like, dude, I watched that Sarah J video like at least 200 times.
They got their cheeks clapped for our sins.
I downloaded porn on my PS3, my PSP. Like, think about all the Dojin like writers that wrote your Futanari shit that you used to watch.
I don't.
Read and shit.
I do not. I never read Futanari.
I thought we bonded over that shit live podcast. You knew what they were?
I've watched it like a couple clips before. I was like,
but you never beat your dick to
this
it?
different. Like bitches fucking bitches like on the like with the bus. Like this is pretty different.
See,
but like
I don't like how you're like a fake ally. Like, can we talk about?
Yo, can we not do this right now? Weird. This is going all over the fucking place. Shut the fuck up.
No, but seriously, like, how the fuck you're gonna be supportive? I brought up the Futanari shit, and you wanted to speak over me, and like, cause I was about to explain it to Matt, and you're like chicks with dicks, and I'm like, oh, you know, and I was like twin. And now we ain't twin.
But we twinning, but like I never read it. I never read it.
But you never beat your dick to it. How the fuck you
Who
never
said that?
You just did.
Who said that? I said I never read it.
All right, so you watched it.
Perhaps.
It's a yay or nay, nigga.
We don't kink shame here. No.
I'm
no, but
keeping it low.
It's just like
allegedly.
Oh,
okay.
You don't know the answer, Sway.
All right. So like, respectfully, I have no problem paying people for porn. Like, I have no problem with it. If it's like someone has to do it. Like, we all like. Dudes, everybody watch all this porn and do it for free. Like, someone has to make money off of it. And if it's one of me, like someone like me, I still buy music.
They have to make money off of it?
Yes. So do you not want them to get paid anything?
No, but I mean, like sex work is an umbrella. Like,
yeah, well, porn stars.
Like,
so we're talking about porn stars.
That's entertainment, right? Yeah.
Entertainment. It's entertainment. Even like fucking OnlyFans is entertainment.
Yeah, but like
not everybody jerking off to some girl shoving a cucumber up her asshole.
I mean,
sometimes it's just a shock value.
I could throw some dollars at that.
The ASMR girls who lick microphones and shit.
Oh god, that is the weirdest fucking like
or like
trend ever. I hate it so much.
Like I guess
it's like
the sound
sensory like
overload.
I guess. So with the OnlyFans issue, a lot of content creators were very upset at Spaghetti. They were very mad. They felt as though the very thing that supported them and brought them up, that made them, honestly, millions of fucking dollars. Like, a lot of women came up off on that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And
men too.
Some dudes. But, you know, you really gotta do some very raunchy shit as a guy to, like, really make money.
You have to have a following.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be, like, a somewhat celebrity to do that. Or be established. Like, if you're Rico Strong and you start on OnlyFans, like, you already got a following.
Right. It makes sense. Like, you really have to do, like, amateur porn, like fucking
or be
bad
gay
bitches,
or non-binary. Like,
probably
there's a lot of energy for like twink boys.
Oh god,
dude,
yeah.
I have twink energy, so like it's possible.
You could definitely make it like in OnlyFans. Like
your mom thought I was a girl.
True.
That's really disappointing. Anyway, continue.
But there was a lot of backlash over the fact that they felt abandoned from the platform that they utilized. A lot of people use this platform for their
livelihood.
Yeah, I guess. And
so dismissal. You're like, damn, people have to do sex work to survive.
I'm gonna get into my point a little bit like later on, but right. I'm just gonna say right now, like, you should never put all your eggs in one basket. There should always be like a contingency plan.
Diversify your bonds.
Precisely. just like investing money, which a lot of y'all motherfuckers on OnlyFans should have did.
Yeah.
You know, just as quickly as you make money, it can leave your hands just as quickly.
You know, go ahead.
It is kind of fucked up though how I feel like the sex work element of OnlyFans is what made their platform huge.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how many motherfuckers knew what OnlyFans was 2 years ago?
No.
You know what I mean?
It started back in 2016, and no one knew it until this year, during pandemic.
That's what blew it the fuck up.
Mm.
And then to immediately be like, oh, no, we can't do that. And try to cut it off. Like, that's fucked up to me. Like, that's exploiting sex workers to a fucking T.
True.
And that was the big issue I had with it. I felt like that was just, like, unjust for all of the people that actually made that platform viable.
I agree to that.
I think to that point it's kind of disappointing. To piggyback what you said, is like, it's kind of disappointing because when sex workers should have did, and since people don't really support people in general, when that Bella Thorne shit happened, they should have looked at it as the first sign of like, we need to make our own shit. Like, a bunch of sex workers should have got together and be like, hey, this is no shit that someone else created and that we get on. Even like AVN or Extra Lunch Money, they're still being created by a corporation and bigger people. Like, the top 5% of OnlyFans. And they put all the money that they got, the millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars, and say, hey, let's start our own shit for us, by us. Just like we should do, like we do with FUBU, and actually have like other people who support it, which they don't. Then they could have made their own shit and made their own lane and dictate their own laws. But since they let other people build a foundation, they can't be mad about someone changing the room in a hotel. You're a guest. Yes, you're an employee, but you're not even contracted. It's all up to you. You have a space here, but it's not essentially yours. Mm-hmm. So you can't dictate what you want in a room. You're renting.
True.
You're not owning. And if they would have done that, then I would have been like, cool. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's some websites that are made by porn stars for porn stars, but like a lot of them are not as big, will never be as big as OnlyFans. Everybody would just go to something that's established. Like how everybody's going to TikTok now. And TikTok's like Vine. If everybody sees the next trend, they're going to hop on it and just use it for everything, suck it up. And then when shit gets fucked up, they're going to hop to the next trend. And it's like, you guys can make stability. I'm always for power for the people, no matter what it is. If you're trying to do something where it's for us, by us, cool. No one can complain about it. It's like you kind of make this bet and you lied in it.
Right. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, if the platform is totally fine with something, like that's within the terms of service, like this is completely legal, this is completely fine.
Yeah.
This is going along with the company's policy. You can put out whatever content you want. And then to turn around and say, hey, like, we're not allowing this anymore.
Yeah.
Just because you want investors and backers and whatnot. Which is, from a business standpoint, understandable if you want to work with other companies that are family friendly and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I also understand both sides. Because when you visit the site OnlyFans, you don't see any of that. You don't you see people smiling. You see, and even, anytime you have seen ever, anytime you've ever come across an OnlyFans ad, it's never
sex
what
work.
it's. Yeah, it's always a cooking channel or some bullshit, or just some mundane, average Joe Schmo, like something you'd see on a YouTube video.
Yeah, just slice of life shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was mainly for like YouTubers and celebrities to have their fans seeing like some vlog content,
like Patreon.
Yeah, like Patreon. So it's like that was the initial thing, and they're trying to go back to it. It's like, yeah, that's your choice, but it's also like kind of like suicide. What they're doing, because it's just like, we're trying to open up to more investors. Guess what? If you ban the same thing that made you guys big, then what's gonna happen after all of them leave? If they do this mass exodus and leave fucking OnlyFans, it's just like, who's still gonna be there? Who's gonna be one of your top hitters? I can't name one top hitter that does not do sex work on there. So it's like, who are you going to start paying big contracts for like celebrities to start OnlyFans that are not sexual so they can get extra content? They can just go to Patreon to do that. There's other websites where you can do that and you don't need to do it for OnlyFans. So then you're paying even more money to get these celebrities, these big $20 million contracts so you can get exclusive deals with, like, let's say Kevin Hart to post on OnlyFans. And because this is how it's usually going to go. $20 million. They did it with Ninja with that other streaming app that failed.
Oh, Mixer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you'll pay.
That was tragic.
Yeah, it's tragic, and OnlyFans is gonna go for the same thing because who's really gonna go on your content who doesn't really have a following for non-sexual shit? Like that, I never subscribed to OnlyFans. I was about to, I made an account and everything. I was about to, and I just didn't do it. So I'm out of the boat on terms of support, but it sucks to see that once again. Like I feel like we all agree. Hey, you're literally just saying "fuck you" to the people that mean.
Right.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also just makes them look even shittier that they're like trying to fucking like take it back.
Yeah.
Because it's like they literally have that public backlash now of like, we're doing this because there's more money for us, and then everyone's like, yo, fuck you. Like the past year, like sex work has been more in the public eye, it's becoming more accepted.
Yeah.
It felt like we were making progress as a society toward like the general acceptance
Normalization.
yeah. And now all of a sudden they turn around and they're like, oh no, like we didn't mean any of that, and it just makes both of them like it makes the company look way worse.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like you did the shitty thing and now you're gonna turn around and rescind it because you realized it was shitty.
Right.
You just look even fucking worse now. Like why even try? You
Word.
know?
Shit is goofy. Very goofy.
But yeah, no, it's unfortunate. I really hope everything goes well with it. I really hope like people. Do you want to transition into the topic of like the debate about it? Because I feel like that's enough about.
Yeah, sure. So, are we still good?
Oh yeah, we're chilling. I mean, I can reset this if we want. We're at 8 minutes on here, but I was just changing.
Okay,
this is
gotcha.
just the monitor.
Okay, cool.
We'll cut this out.
All right, no problem. Yeah. So yeah, we'll just transition into the topic of discussion. Firstly, what are y'all's stance on sex work?
Legalize all of it. We should. New York stopped prosecuting it. I think New Jersey's gonna follow into because whatever New York does, New Jersey will do. Las Vegas, they have sex, bunny ranch and shit like that, where there's legalized, brothels and shit. Legalize all of it. Obviously regulate it. America got to make their money off of it. And make sure people are using like condoms and shit like that, and protection and birth control and all that type of shit. But like, no, I'm 110% for sex work. It's fine. Just know what comes with it. Know the dangers. We should not romanticize it. I feel like if you do become a sex worker, you should learn customer service etiquette. You should learn, protection. You should learn self-defense. Like, there's a lot that will have to go in to make it my idea for it. Everybody just cool. Either 1, 2, however many parties are consent to the same thing. And once someone says no, dip and say, no, this is not a part of our agreement. It should be like any customer service job. That's my stance on it. 100% for it. 200% for it. What about you, man?
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think I'm for sex work, but like regulated sex work. 'Cause I think that's the main thing. It's not regulated, therefore like it's the Wild West out in this.
Could be human trafficking in there.
And it like makes shit. Same thing with like, not to take it there, but like drug trade. Like if things were regulated, it would be much safer. It can get fucking taxed. You can fucking make a whole industry out of it that is accessible and safer.
And cleaner drugs.
Yeah.
And
like,
cleaner people.
Yeah, exactly. And like, so if we had like a country that was like pro sex work and had an industry for it where like people were taken care of and people were actually like held accountable and everything was fucking, it'd be great,
Yeah.
So I would say that I'm pro sex work.
And Jihad.
Okay. Yeah. No, I totally agree with you guys to a certain extent. I think that sex work should be decriminalized or something. Like I don't understand why it was criminalized in the first place.
Prosecuted for it.
Was it?
Like you shouldn't get prosecuted.
You shouldn't get prosecuted for it. That's something between the two consenting or whatever, how many ever people there are involved in it, parties. Like it should never have been criminalized in the first place. Whatever you decide to do with your body, that's your choice.
Right.
However, I come from that background where a lot of that's what I saw a lot of that stuff growing up. I've known prostitutes. I know sex workers to this day. It's something that I personally would not recommend any of the immediate women that I care about in my life to go into personally. I wouldn't ever suggest them to do that. Just like I wouldn't suggest anyone to go into selling drugs or drug trade. Now, albeit it's a way to make money. It's a way to make bank, and you can make quite a lot of quick money doing it. But there's again, I'm glad you mentioned accountability. You have to know about, the risks.
Yes.
The things that come with that, right? And you also have to think about the future in regards to that. So yeah, that's really, where I stand with it. I think it should be decriminalized. I wouldn't recommend it, but do whatever you want, man.
I would say to the whole, I wouldn't recommend it to anyone I know. It depends what type of sex work they're doing. If they're just going straight on to like, I don't know, on the corner shit.
Yeah.
Then I feel like that's the extreme, depending on where you are. Like if it's high class and you're on an escort website, and then like, it's more like there's some protection there, then I'm like cool with it. If you're on Euros or whatever, like on an official website where escorts are, I'm cool with it. I don't want people on the street being like, hey.
So you're more so about like the very bougie, like upper class, like.
I would say more professional.
Yeah.
You can make it more. I don't want the trashy shit out there because, like, once again, you're not the only person who's seen that shit in 4K.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I grew up around Frankfurt. Like, if I wasn't in Cali when I was growing up, I was in Frankfurt. And between Frankfurt and fucking Church and Erie and Torresdale, now it's down K&A, where you will see a prostitute on every corner at some point in the day in broad daylight. That's not good for kids. That's not good for adults. That's not good for anyone involved. Definitely, a lot of people are like raw dicking out there and like getting AIDS and super gonorrhea.
Yeah.
And there's drugs involved in it too. Like
Absolutely.
I feel like the reason why you had that point of view and why I empathize with your point of view is like, yeah, we saw the dirty side of sex work.
And the unregulated.
And on the unregulated side of sex work, we saw like the whole, this person's tweaking, and the only reason why they're fucking you for a tweak, or their pimp is beating the shit out of them or some shit.
And granted, some pimps are there just to be sort of enforcers on the guys that may harm the woman. They're there just like as a barrier of security for some of the women. So again, like I get it. I get who sex work is for. I think it's for the dudes people who are maybe disabled, people that don't want to go through the process of like vetting someone out or going on dating sites and shit like that and deal with all the BS in between.
Yeah.
Just pay an escort or whatever you want to do. Just pay for it, get it right then and there, get that service, and be on your way.
Right.
Cool. That's your thing. It's not my thing. That's fine. But yeah, there's just it's a part of like an underground culture to an extent. So now it's become a lot more. People want to regulate it and make it more mainstream. And I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about it. Like, it's odd how like people have been normalizing it so much, where almost every other chick out there has an OnlyFans or something like that.
It's like we're trying to fast track like society forward past the stage that we were like 10, 15 years ago, no matter what issue it is. And it's like how we view race, how we view sex work, how we view sexuality, how do we view religion in this country. We're just trying to, like, we feel like we have to be the generation that fixes all of it.
Yeah.
And like, we're not really thinking about like real shit. And this is kind of the reason why I also agree with you somewhat. We live past 20 in our 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And we are not thinking about the long-term effects of it.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the part that is like, okay, cool. Like, I'm all for it 100%, but it's like long-term. And this is up to the person individually. I don't care if you regret it or not. Whatever you make that choice, you have to live with.
Exactly.
You have to carry that weight. Shout out to Cowboy Bebop. But like, you have to carry that weight. Whatever choice you make, you have to carry it. So like, hey, if you do sex work here just because it's a trendy thing to do, and like you could have got a job, you just didn't want to. 10 years from now, hey, if you wanted to have a kid, man, woman, non-binary, whoever, if you want to have a kid, and your kids get bullied off it, which is a real thing, hey, like, are you going to be cool with it? Or are you just going to be like, hey, don't listen to them? If your kid commits suicide off that shit, hey, if you get something off that shit, hey, if you can't get certain employment because of that shit.
Yeah. Again.
Like, there's a lot of things that you're shutting doors off of so young where you don't even know what you want to do. Because most of them are young. If you're not established, or some of them are older, some of them start in their 40s because there's a genre of MILFs and GILFs and DILFs and all that type of shit in there. But, like, a lot of them start off, like, fresh out of 18.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird. Like, there be kids now that I be
That's what I'm
hearing,
saying.
like, reading shit online that, like, literally the day people turn 18 in high school, they fucking make an OnlyFans and
Real
everyone
shit.
in school is trying to buy it.
It's
But
wild.
to that, a lot of those kids were already over sexualized in our culture. Like we could not talk, not just talking about shit like cuties and shit, where they were doing a whole showing that part of it. But it's like a lot of those people were in pageants. They were in a sport where they're in gymnastics, where something is sexualized, or like something could be sexualized.
Also, like, all of media.
All of media too, like with little kids, like under 8, like teenage people.
Like Gen Z kids now.
Yeah.
It's like they grew up with everything just being
You're-
sexualized.
True.
The Patriot Act, you don't have freedom.
Like the young girls today, like who were like 16, they don't look like girls when I was growing up 16.
No.
It's weird.
Like
Very fucking weird.
They look like grown women. They
Yeah,
look like they're
dude.
trying to be grown or act grown.
Because that's like what our fucking culture perpetuates.
Yes.
It's what's in all of our media. It's what's in the video games that we play. It's what they see
Yeah.
on advertisements. Like,
When-
you can't watch a fucking, like, burger ad without the woman, like, dripping fucking grease.
Yeah, the Paris
Fucking
Hilton.
Hardee's
yeah.
and Hardee's and fucking
Kim
Charles
Kardashian.
Jr. and
Yeah.
shit, like Carl's Jr.
Like, what?
Yeah. And even like if you go on YouTube, when you get TikTok ads, they're not just like that ad was for kids. It was like Vine or
Yeah,
like
now you got people twerking on it. Or
yeah, and like they're very over sexualized. There's chicks in bikinis doing provocative dances and shit now, and I'm like, this was an ad for kids. Like, why is this the ad I'm getting for TikTok?
I don't want to be like, what about the children? But it's like you're setting them up to feel like this is the only course of action.
Yeah.
And let's like not act like this is a new thing. Girls have been moonlighting as strippers while going to college. Girls have been moonlighting as porn stars. Men have been too. People have been doing sex work on the side forever. Since the beginning of society, sex work has been a thing. However, it's digital now, and everything,
Yes,
and
we
it's
live in the digital
forever.
age.
You can literally probably like 400 years ago, you could be a sex worker and then go to another village and no one will know who you are. This shit will fuck.
True, but
This shit
now
will follow
I mean,
you
there were stories about that.
Yeah.
like there's story plot points with that shit, like when they're trying to get away from their past life. But nowadays, that shit follows you. You know what I
It
mean?
follows you. Like
It's-
you have a digital record. Like definitely like the generation after us. We're all millennials, but like the generation after us, they're were in a shower with their mom, bath with their mom, and they're already naked as a baby. I don't know why y'all take those pictures. Please stop it. But like, stop taking pictures with your daughter or son in the bath with you. Stop doing that. That's really fucking disgusting. Just please stop. Or like posting them in general. Hey, you can post the most unsexual picture of your child on the internet, and some creepo is still getting off to that.
Yeah, leave your photos in the family photo book like you used to.
Your whole child's life, without their consent, is on their internet. And those kids who are 21 now, they grew up in the MySpace age. They had those things, so they had no freedom to begin with. And then you're thrown out in the world where you have no privacy. And I guess that's the reason why a lot of our generation is acting out and the generation after, because it's like we don't really have privacy like that.
No, not at all.
Like, it's hard to maintain privacy now.
Yeah, all your information's on the internet in some shape or form. Social media networks are selling your information to other companies. Hence why you can literally search some shit up on Amazon and go to Facebook or any social media, and you'll see an ad pop right up.
Yep.
20 seconds later.
You remember the days, like, I think we talked about it before we recorded, all of us, but you guys remember the days of You Got Posted or Is Anyone
Yep.
Up? Like, these were kids getting posted on. So, like, that's a part of our generation, too. Like, I remember girls, I'm from the Bucks County area, where they got posted on there, and, like, it was like, holy shit. We didn't really think about the long-term effects, but it's like, holy shit, like, you were, like, 15 years old having sex, and that shit was on the internet. Like, what the fuck? And that shit is forever, because it only takes one asshole to download it, and then he shows it to his friend, or she shows it to a friend.
That's illegal.
And then,
Highly illegal.
revenge porn. And that's why the dude from Is Anyone...
that's also CP.
Yeah, and it's CP too. So we already had like a good 15 years of being over-sexualized. MySpace was a full den of that shit. Facebook, there were groups of like, hey, let's show news to each other while we're in our high school or whatever, middle school. Like, it's been a thing for years. Even Pornhub, there's a lot of, they had to do their whole cleansing shit because a lot of child porn and unsolicited sex was on there. So, like, your life is not yours at that point. And that's why a lot of people are trying to do sex work so they can reclaim their history kind of thing. It's like how black people, we say nigga. Because we really
term of
shouldn't.
endearment now.
Yeah, like we're trying to reclaim our word, the word that we use against them. But we're trying to, like, those people who are doing sex work, they're somewhat trying to, some of them are trying to reclaim like that part of what they lost. Like they don't have control over the content that was posted of them.
Yeah,
I
or
can
like
understand
control
that.
of their like bodies.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, like this is like reclaiming my body as like I can do what I want. You know, I can post what I want, do whatever because like it's my choice.
And I can monetize myself now.
Right.
You're not monetizing me.
But I think also an important thing you brought up is the fact that like it is very illegal to do this, but there are motherfuckers who will go on OnlyFans, buy it for 1 month, screenshot or screen cap
and go
your
on
entire
Reddit
page, and then post it or keep it in a file or like, you know, and it's like, as you said, like I think a lot of people on the platform will look at it as like, I post on this platform, it's only on this platform.
That's
when
a
I
lie.
choose to delete this,
Correct.
my account's gone. Not necessarily realizing or thinking about how many shitty people exist that will do that to you on a given day.
Yes.
And then that is forever. You know, the second it hits the internet,
It's gone.
It is permanently on the
You can have something on for 1 minute, and depending on your standing in the world, someone's taking a picture of it. Someone's taking a screenshot of it. And going to the point of like, I wish all the sex workers on OnlyFans would have came together. But the reality is that they won't. We're so good on time. The reality is that they won't, is because like in any issue, and that I'm seeing now more than ever, going back to the point of like community is bullshit. There's always like an in group within the in group within the in group. So like you'll say, hey, all sex workers should stand up for each other, and then you have like, you know, the people of color sex workers or the black women sex workers who are like, yo, we're the intersectionality of it. Like, you know, so like I feel like we're only you guys are only doing that for white women, and then the non-binary people are gonna be like, hey, this is like not really supporting us, it's leaving out. What about the disabled sex workers? And like there's so much infighting within it where they won't ever come to a consensus. And this is not just shit on sex workers. This is every group, whether right, left, center, whatever. There's so much infighting within it where like the main issue is, hey, we all need support. But there's so much like whataboutisms where they would never come together and do the thing. So like, yeah, I want them to all come together and be like, hey, let's make some shit for us. Let's dictate. Let's do a boycott. Let's do something like that. But at the end of the day, someone's going to be like, hey, well, what if I can get my bag out of this?
I mean, that's with everything. But but I agree. Yeah, that comes with every fucking thing, especially when somebody's making bag, you know, they're making a bag off some shit.
They will always shoot the bag over you.
Absolutely.
Over the collective.
Without a fucking doubt. They don't care. Like, people get fucking greedy. And
that's why they're on there, right?
Yeah. And I know, like, people make OnlyFans and sometimes sex work their livelihood, their job, right? I know some very bright folks that do this shit that could be doing anything else, right? But then I also, and this is a generalization granted, but like, albeit there are women who don't have any talents or anything they could be monetized off of, so they just say, hey, I don't know what I'm going to do when I grow up. I'll just do OnlyFans. I'll make a bunch of money and just do whatever the fuck I want for the rest of my life. Make a quick buck. Like, it's kind of a no-brainer. Like, sex sells, right? It's like, hey,
women are hot.
Exactly, right? Granted, it's just like, instead of like making a YouTube video and being a struggling artist, right? Trying to make YouTube content every other week or trying to be hip and trendy, making a funny video or whatever. That's a lot fucking harder than just being like, hey, you want to buy my feet pics or you want to buy pictures of my booty hole?
I feel like you're diminishing like the hard work that is done within it. I
mean,
it is.
Have you tried to compose a song before?
Have you ever tried to take a good angle picture of your feet? You got to think about painting your toes, making sure your feet are clean.
You can go get them done and then take a picture.
But that's an investment.
But it's not that. But again, how much money will you make back from weirdos on the internet buying your feet?
And that's up to the weirdos buying it on the internet.
Exactly.
There's a market for it. You can't blame women for shit.
Oh no, I'm not blaming women. I'm just saying it's easy. It's easy to do OnlyFans and whatnot. That's what I'm saying. To create content on OnlyFans is what I'm saying. I'm not mad at women getting the bag on OnlyFans or doing sex work, I know who pays for it. Like I'm not mad at those guys either. I'm like, bro, do what you want, but it's like, don't have this holier than thou attitude like you're better than someone. You just sell feet pics on the internet or pictures of your butthole.
No, I think the pushback where they're saying like, not, I guess getting like the defense mode when you like have that, oh, you do OnlyFans figure, is like, yeah, dude, like, hey, I'm still working, like I'm still providing a service. I am just doing customer service.
I mean, yeah, but it's, again, it's just that simple. Just post your shit on the internet and people will pay for it. You want to see me butt ass naked on the internet? Here's where you can find me.
So
people will pay for it willingly.
So what about
obvious?
What about the people who do body paint, who paint their whole body and shit? So then, do you find that to be more credible?
All right, granted, if the artwork, me as an artist, like,
yes,
the artwork on the body, if it's actually fucking good, if it's not like just like it looks like it's airbrushed on titties, and
like she put Mariah in the bathtub on her body.
And you're painting your actual body, that takes some time. Like, that's very... So
it just matters on the level of art for you to respect it.
Oh,
and
no,
it's just like me finger popping myself.
I didn't say I respected it.
No, but it seemed like the point is to say...
No, but I'm saying, like, that takes... there's levels to this shit. Like, that does create a lot of, like... That's a lot of, like, meticulous work there.
Word.
Body painting. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's a hell of a lot easier to get a mani-pedi and post pictures of your shit online.
So
with good lighting. Granted, yes.
The iPhone,
but I'm just saying, like,
lighting.
But I'm just saying, if you were a hot chick, right, and you had zero talent or whatever like that, you just had no idea, whatever, right, and you were hot, you were attractive, and you like, yo, would y'all pay to see me naked? Oh yeah, bro. I'd pay to see you naked, bro.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that dong, dude. Like, put that dong online, bro. Put your dong online. Somebody's gonna buy it.
Yes.
Somebody's gonna buy dong.
Rolling back into that.
Got you.
Because I think the overall part, or like,
it wasn't good.
No, that was great. I was gonna go off of this to just continue the conversation. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I think the overall point that you were trying to make, which I do think has validity, is that in our culture in America, people, because we're so hypersexualized and like push beauty standards like that, when you see someone who is really attractive, or like regardless of gender, race, whatever, people are like, oh, if I don't have any talents, or like if I can't do anything, like, oh, but at least you're pretty. Like, at least you're pretty, you can, like,
pretty
use that. Or, like, when you're younger and they're like, oh, you're so pretty, like, you should just model. Like, and opposed to being like, hey, you should find something you're interested in and get educated or make this. They're just like, oh, well, you're beautiful, so, like, you should just sell your body. And it's, like, using that more as the outlet of, like, oh, well, like, regardless of anything else, like, at least this person's attractive. You can just, like, sell pictures online, or you can just do this. And not to say, like, any of that is
no, I got
wrong,
you.
But, like, that idea of, like, oh, well, at least, like, if you're attractive, at least, like, I have this outlet now where I have nothing else, I can do that.
Well,
you know?
It's literally capitalism. If the market is there,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, people are going to pay for it.
And once again, if you're pretty, if you're attractive, people are hot. Once again, everyone, people are hot, and that's okay. If they don't feel like they can't offer anything to the world besides showing, hey, I'm a hot person, look at me be hot, then it's cool. Like, dude, my whole pushback on that somewhat is just like, people are gonna people.
People are gonna people. No, but I'm just saying it's a no-brainer. Like,
but I don't want.
It makes sense.
I don't want you to work and spend all that time doing something you don't want to do. Right. Yeah, you should find a hobby while doing it. Use it as a side hustle. Yeah. Know what comes with it. Obviously, all the consequences. But at the same time, it's like, yo, get your money.
Yeah, we've been over this.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, again, like we talked about prior to that, there's consequences to it. But it's like, at the same time, you want to make a quick buck.
Yeah, there's easy money and there's
we could just be like, yo, my job sucks ass, whatever else I'm doing sucks dick, I'm gonna make amateur porn, or like I'm gonna make my own OnlyFans with bad bitches like Adam 22. We could do that. I'm just saying, like, you're Adam 22 bolt right here. We could make a parody.
Like dead ass.
Like, we could literally, this could be like a no jumper parody porn, like the Popeyes porn, but it's gonna be like,
oh my god,
no jumper, bro.
You cannot tell me you did not like. That's a legendary porn. Shout out to Jayla Fox. Shout out to you. Sweetie tried to do the same thing with the Sweetie meal. She tried to do a
That's
parody of
disgusting.
this. That shit is disgusting. If y'all eat McDonald's on the regular,
the regular.
what's up with that? Anyway, continue your point.
Fuck me. Where was I? Oh, but I'm just saying, like it's an easy thing to do to a certain extent. I understand. Yes, you do have to. I'll be at this. Okay, this is another point I also wanted to touch on. Since like OnlyFans and sex work, right? It's become a little bit more destigmatized,
Cool.
which is fine, right?
Yeah.
It's for certain people, right? That's fine. Not everyone has to like it. Not everyone has to indulge in it. Not everyone has to whatever. I just wanted to bring up a point, like a lot of OG porn stars who didn't get the privilege to have this outlet, right? This mainstream outlet where it's destigmatized. Because back in the day, right, if you did porn, you either A, hated your family, or B, your family hated you. And like
Religious background,
right, all that shit, you were damaged. You probably
future dancer at a strip club, and then you just
somebody scouted you out, or you were coerced into it. All that nitty gritty shit, right?
Right.
And like a lot of porn stars, like it's a little bit of entertainment. Like there's a little bit of shitty acting in there. Like you like
100%.
Oh, that's a big sausage, Mr. Pizza Man.
No.
I came here to fix the leak with my cock.
I love those. Like
So it's a little bit of like entertainment there. So it's like cheesy fucking like, especially the parody porns of like the old like movies and shit. I love it.
It's Roots.
Like,
yo, or the Flavor of Love one.
yo.
Wait, there's a Flavor of Love porn.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No, but you definitely gotta watch. It
I was
Can't
not
Be
aware of
Roots.
this.
It's like it's really.
Yeah, it can't be Roots. Oh my god.
They did a Final Fantasy 15 porno.
Yeah. But there's a little bit of entertainment there. It's funny, like you have to show up, there's a cast doing makeup and shit like that. Sometimes you might even have to diet like you're on like a fucking schedule and shit like that. Yes. Yes, also that. Or if you're gonna do a fucking throat fuck scene,
Get tested.
you gotta get tested, all that you gotta go through a slew of things.
Maybe have a fluffer. You're doing a gaming scene.
Got fluffers, camera guys, all that
Lighting.
shit.
Lube guy.
All types of shit, man.
Person who gives you an enema up your asshole. Or Novocaine. I saw this one porn where this girl got Novocaine in the behind the scenes.
Oh
She got
my
Novocaine put up
fucking
her
God.
asshole because she doesn't like the way anal feels, so she was doing an anal scene.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Her booty was probably getting
No,
ravaged, dude.
she was just like, I don't do really anal stuff, but like the bag is the bag.
Right.
And he injected her with some Novocaine up her booty hole.
That's another thing too. It's like you, as a porn star, a lot of those chicks had to fuck guys they really didn't want to fuck, like really sweaty, slimy, fat dudes.
Yeah, at least now girls can fuck them.
Right.
You're literally making an argument for OnlyFans.
No. But what I'm saying is like, sort of, yeah, I guess, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, what I'm saying is a lot of OG porn stars felt some type of way about girls who sensationalize it now, who have the privilege to like. They walked so you could run. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so hold on.
It's like they felt like, wow, y'all are making like. They didn't like a lot of women and their OG porn star, like their entire career didn't even amount to a fraction of what chicks on OnlyFans make.
Yeah, but that's just a time. That's what we're doing is like a thing that might make us a lot of money at some point. It's just like, yo, we were just born in a time period. We were lucky to be born in this year, the year of our Lord, and
the year of our Lord.
And you weren't. It's like I get where you're coming from with that argument. I just don't think it's a good one because it's just like. With anything, with art, with media, all the YouTubers. Oh man, I'm mad that like radio's dying and radio's not a thing.
Bullshit, but like
but radio's dying, and then a lot of people made podcasts. We're making a podcast, or a lot of people start making YouTube channels and they pop off, and then the radio hosts are like bitter about it. Like, oh man, I hate the fact that we had to go for it a different way. Okay, technology improving, you didn't.
Cool.
You were just out of the loop. It sucks. It's tragic. The sob stories are real, and I know definitely in the porn industry it's not safe out there. And but it's good now because those same ex porn stars can come back and be Gucci and like dictate their own content. They don't have if they can hire their own studio. They're their own directors. They can put more people on that are behind the camera that don't need to be seen and can still make $1 and still feel comfortable. There's a lot of good shit that can come from it. So like, once again, you are making an argument for why OnlyFans, why AVN, why extra lunch money is more. A lot of porn stars are not going back to working in the studio, not just because of the pandemic, because hey, I make more money doing it.
I'm not making an argument for OnlyFans.
All right, ghetto gaggers. Let's talk about ghetto gaggers for a second. You know,
God,
ghetto gaggers.
That's awful. Jesus
so
Christ.
Ghetto gaggers is like primarily black and brown women getting choked out by white dick to the point where they puke out and all that bullshit. It's disgusting. Black people are trying to reclaim it with black payback, where black guys do it to white girls.
Fucking shit.
Like Rika Shaw, Mandingo, like Prince Yushan with the knee pads, like all that shit. They're trying to reclaim it. But ghetto gaggers, a few girls did interviews for a scene where a girl puked, had to eat her own throw up, and like fucking got cum in her mouth by like 5 white guys wearing Confederate shirts, shit like that. Not even joking. Like, got talked dirty. Like, literally, you watch the Ghetto Gaggers interview. They're so fucking disrespectful. And, like, most of them, that's their only shoot. They get paid like $200 off that, if not less. They're not getting the bag off that. And there's thousands of Ghetto Gaggers videos. Now, let's say you do it on OnlyFans. Hey, I want to sell it for $5 a pop. Cool. 100 people buy it. You already make more money there than you would getting a ghetto gagger scene there. So you're cutting out the big studio who do all the drugging. If you heard like a lot of porn stars, they got into drugs. August Imes killed herself. Like there's a lot of porn stars that die from AIDS. Or hey, they faked their results and the dude, like, I'm not gonna say people named bleep, 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 but there's certain porn stars who like faked their status and got other porn stars affected with some shit. So like now you can dictate more of what you're about, because some of those studios are like, hey, we don't care. Hey, don't use condoms. It's fine. We're the Raw studio. Don't even use condoms. Hey, you know what? Pay for your own makeup. We're not even going to have makeup people. Hey, we're going to tell you a different location. Hey, we might even fucking human traffic you. We might put you in a place where you don't want to be. We might have your future dance at a place where you have to fuck dudes after. There's a lot of dark history there. So it's like now those porn stars should be happy now, because now they can go back to doing sex work in a safer environment where it's not as safe, because something bad can always happen, but such is life. But now they can dictate, hey, I know this person good people. They got a good reputation. I want to work with them. It's all individual.
Yeah,
it's all up to them. And it's all up to them if they make it or fail, which a lot of them do fail. And if they make it, they make it. Once again, capitalism.
Right, that was an obvious point, but I was just saying, like, a lot of OG porn stars just felt like these new, like, there's always a chick that, as gross as it sounds, there's always a chick that turns 18, right? The new hot thing, right? They felt as though, like, hey, like, I trained all my life for this thing, like, you're not a real porn star or whatever, like, you're moving in on our industry, is what I was saying. There was a lot of pushback at first when OnlyFans became a platform, and there was women that used that platform
and
to promote
my point,
their
I
sexual
say,
content.
damn, that's crazy that you weren't born in 2000.
Right.
Damn, that's crazy you weren't born in 95 or 96.
Right.
That's up. No one should.
No,
you should have waited.
Right.
Your mom should have waited to fuck before you
Your
were born.
mom should have waited to fuck.
She should have waited a good 10 more years for you to be a part of our generation.
That's probably not healthy.
Sorry, bro. Sorry, sis. Sorry, person. I don't give a fuck. That's an argument for people who are bitter. Grow up. Oh wait, you can't, because you're old. Ageism. No, but seriously, porn at any age, you can still do it. Like I said, the porn stars who start off at like 40, 50, and some dude like me who's into older women is going to be like, yes. So like, once again, it's all up to you. You can be 60 years old. Trust me. I know this for a Fenty fact. But like, dude, you can do porn at any age, and you're someone's king. I mean, you are someone king. You're someone king.
I hope I'm not.
I'm probably someone's king. They probably like dudes with speech impediments. They probably like dudes who like are wearing cheetah print shoes. They probably like dudes who sew their own shirts. They are probably like dudes who have a studio. They probably like dudes who have a podcast or do art like you.
Okay, to that point. All right, this is the question I wanted to bring you into this whole debate.
What's up, bro?
Would you date someone seriously, or pursue a future with someone that has OnlyFans content, or does sex work?
Already did, and already am.
Like Just hooking up, or are you like
No.
like seriously?
Like, all right, so like I talked to
Like,
someone.
could you be in a committed? My question is, could you be in a committed relationship with this person?
Yes.
Could you?
Because I don't plan on having kids.
Okay.
And this is just for me personally. I do not give a fuck. As long as all parties are consenting, if you're honest with me and I'm honest with you, if that's your life, cool. That's how you make your money, cool. Just be honest with me. If you're letting other people fuck you, be honest with me. Hey, I'd rather have you get paid to get fucked than get you smutted out for free. I'd rather, as long as there's honesty there, because most of my relationships going forward are most likely going to be like, I don't really care. Like, I at least I know on camera, I know the person that they're fucking. Dude, because you could be in a monogamous relationship and they can like do some dirt behind your back. We all fucking know that. So like, yes, I will date someone who did sex work. No problem. Matt?
I would say yeah too. If it was, as you said, something where it was like communicated.
Yeah.
You know, they were upfront about everything they did, transparent about it, and then that honesty provides you with that agency to say yes or no. And like, as long as all parties are consenting and I know what I'm getting myself into, I probably wouldn't have a problem with it. Like, obviously that would be situational, it would depend on the person and like the whole nine, you know, like providing like an escort service versus being a stripper versus having an
there's
OnlyFans
levels.
are all very different things. But I would say like if it was someone that I actually like cared about on like a human level and they were honest with me, honesty is my main thing in a relationship. So like I would rather them just be like transparent and I would, you know, make a decision based on that. But I probably wouldn't have an issue with it. I mean,
So,
because the one chick that I hooked up with a bit ago, that like had a fucking sugar daddy, and like I knew that going into it.
Word.
Like,
Right.
She was on the low with this bull like once a week, and they were having sex, and she'd hit me up the next day or the day before, and
you so kicked it.
Yeah.
So like with me,
Cool.
I
Video games.
exactly. You're getting something out. So with me, like I went on a date with a girl when I was 23 years old. This was like the day before XXXTentacion died.
Why is that so fucking?
Because it makes it. No, I just remember the date
good.
so vividly. Because New Paddock, the fucking snippet when he's dancing came out that day or that week too, and so I went on a date with the girl and she basically told me, hey, like I'm a sex worker and I do dominatrix shit, and I'm like, huh, cool. All right, amazing. Do you have a problem with it? I'm like, nah. She's like, do you still want to pursue me? I'm like, yeah. Like, I don't care. Like, she was like, oh, you're the first person I know who will do that. I'm like, yeah, because we're young and like, I get it. You're going to find your way. And if you want to do that, cool. That's up to you. I'm not even going to tell you about the consequences because I'm pretty sure you already worked it out in your head. Like, going up to telling someone like, hey, maybe you shouldn't do this and all that. Most people think for their head, hey, this is something I need to do. Or this is something that is the most easiest way for me to get money, whatever. I'm not going to dictate. It's your life. You only have a finite time on this earth. If you feel like that's the most way that you can get where you need to go in life and you still want to pursue a relationship, once again, communication. A lot of people don't fucking talk anymore. That's the issue.
True.
Would I want to date a sex worker who was not honest about it and I found out later? No, because then I have to worry about other shit. I have to worry about, are we safe? If we're living together, and I got to worry about getting DDoS.
So it's all about the honesty part.
Yes,
mostly.
with anything. I feel like the biggest part of the relationship, why they fail, is because motherfuckers aren't honest. And not even about infidelity, but like the smallest shit. Like, hey, I wasn't feeling the time we had sex and like you suck a finger in my asshole. Or I don't like how you fucked me with the strap. I don't like how like you squirted on me or you made eye contact with me during sex. I had that issue last week. Well, I'm not last week. But I had that shit a few months ago where like I was having sex and like she made eye contact with me and I've lost it. Like I was just like out of it. I was just like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. And I like was
that is the biggest turn on, bro. Like,
I don't like
like
eye contact. I
she's slurping on the schmeat.
No, like it was missionary.
There's drool running down her jaw like Niagara Falls.
No, bro, officer.
She giving me the Twister Wizard.
Police.
Locking eyes with the locked jaw.
Help.
Gargling my balls.
No, like I told her right after, like, hey, that was kind of weird, and she was like, really? I'm like, yeah. And then she was like, hey, I just won't do it. And that was cool. You tell them, hey, this is an issue, and just tell them about it. Don't let shit go silent in a relationship, because that's when the bad shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
Then they wait for an argument to pop off, and you're like, wait, what happened back
all
in
builds up.
Vietnam? Wait, what happened in Nagasaki? Hiroshima?
Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor? Prince Ferdinand just started World War One. Like, we need to stop doing the whole not telling the truth when it's possible. Honesty is the most important thing in every relationship. 99% of the reason why they fell.
True. You can be honest and still hurt people because people don't like the fucking truth.
Then dip.
I always do.
Dip.
But that's what hurts people. Like, I don't understand that. But like, the thing is, like, you can be honest with somebody in a relationship. I always am. This is what I'm looking for. I'm just looking to casually hook up. This is a transactional thing, like without money being involved. But it's like I'm hooking up. I'm giving you some dick. You giving me some coochie. It is what it is. Like, we always link up just to do that thing. That's completely fine, right?
Yeah.
Now, I've had a lot of instances where girls catch feelings. I told them from rip, this is all I'm looking for.
And that's their fault.
Exactly. But I'm just saying, like, people get hurt anyways. It's like, shit happens. They make up shit in their head. You know, that's not my problem.
That's a they problem.
Exactly.
Not a you problem.
Exactly.
You.
Like,
it's not a you problem. Like, if someone catch feelings, and we're doing a casual thing, we all did the casual thing before.
Exactly.
And like, yes, at some point I do want to settle down, probably not to have kids, but like have, maybe a 1 or 2 or 5. But like, like I do want to have something stable at some point. No matter how many people it is, how many people, whatever they're on the spectrum, I don't really fucking care. But I want to have stability, but as long as all parties are being like, hey, yo, this is what's good, or hey, I don't like that, I'm going to dip, cool, dip.
But I mean, like, do you think there could be lasting stability in that type of polyamorous relationship?
Yes, I've seen it before. It's hard doing it while you're young, but as you get older, as all parties get older and realize, hey, we're not here forever. Once again, we live past 20. That's the main thing that I think our generation is struggling with, that we live past our 20s or live past our teens. And like, once we get older, like even us, we were on our fuckboy shit when we were like 20, 23. I was so ugly, I didn't have the hair yet. But like, bro, real shit. Like, once we start coming into our own person, we change things about ourselves. We get tattoos, we change our hair, we change our, like, we find ourselves, so to speak. We've become more stable. We've realized, hey, like, just be honest. Maybe you might lie or sneak dick some bitch and like, keep it moving after that, and didn't tell her that you were fucking another girl when you were younger. But like, you're 27, we're both 26. Like, we're too old to be playing those games, and we have other shit that we're trying to be on. So like, hey, yo, when I'm hanging out with you, you're my girlfriend for the day. You're my partner for the day. All my time is dictated toward you. I'm gonna turn my phone off like Erykah Badu, and I'm not talking to anyone else. It's you and my experience. I have that experience currently somewhat right now, where it's just like, I'll hang out with you, and then when we're hanging out, it's best thing ever. But when we're apart, do your own thing, respect. And it builds up a line of respect. Hey, you can do whatever you want. Just make sure you're getting clean. I get tested, you get tested. We use protection. All parties doing that. If they know, if the other partner know that, hey, we're doing shit too, cool. If they're not getting extra jealous, or they can convey their jealousness to a point where they're not getting super cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, calling me at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh God. Oh no, my phone is off. I'm sorry.
It's cool.
Whatever happens at that time is between you and God.
Like I said, as long as everybody's honest with multiple people, it can be possible. Definitely if they're doing sex work. If everybody's doing sex work, it's not an issue, because everybody's fucking everybody, and then it's gonna be a great big adventure.
A great big fucking spread of herpes and shit like that.
That's why you don't go to Lollapalooza Raw.
I don't. Raw. Yeah, I mean that's just not.
When I go to Thailand, you think I'm gonna find my dream girl and like keep it moving? No, I'm not like take her back to the States and do all that shit. No.
So you telling me you're not gonna bring a lady boy back and get him a green card?
No. How many green cards can I give out?
Why you lying?
Trying to have a sister's wives going on, like just 1, 2, 3, 4, like 1 fish, blue fish, 2 fish, like come on, bro, like on God, seriously. I just don't see the point of like. I feel like that's another reason why a lot of people are doing sex work and shit too. The idea of like a stable home. We know the reality of it. Once again, like everything else, we know the reality of the world, on how the world works. So like marriages, most of the time, is a fucking lie. There's rarely, few and far between. Definitely in situations where it's inner city shit, not just race, but just economic status and whatnot. It's like, yo, a lot of marriages fucking fell. A lot of them.
Yeah.
I think out of 3 of us,
A majority of them.
your parents are the only ones who are still together. So, and that's rare. And that's because you're from a fucking Pennsylvania. So it's like, in most places, like, couples don't stay together. Like, people get married for the kids and then their family fell. I feel like a lot of our generations, like everything else, is like, yo, I don't even want that anymore. I don't want to lie. The lie hurts more because, like, it's like you have family drama that you're just like, hey, I wish we talked about it. There's a lot of secrets within it, and it's just like you hear it, and it's like, damn, can we just be honest? Do we even like each other, or are we together because we share blood? This is the dark zone. A lot of people are gonna die alone. It sucks. It's the truth.
I mean, we all die alone, but I know what you mean.
No, like without like a partner
yeah.
and shit like that. This is like the generation where we probably will, like, a lot of us are gonna be single in our 40s and 50s, probably with kids, probably being trapped in some bullshit and like miserable, because we're doing all our shit now. We're getting all our fun, and once again, we live past the age of 20. And a lot of people don't see that and don't think about the consequences. That's why you have like the whole manosphere going off, and like the whole, you know, feminism and everything, where it's just like, hey, our issues are important, but they're not viewing the other side's perspective.
Yeah, there's a lot of us versus them.
And it doesn't help. Like I'm one of those people who was like super big into like feminism and like men's rights activists, like back in 2016, and where I was like listen to every side and blah 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 blah. But I was really like, I had a year where I was super into men's rights shit. I was doing the red pill shit, and then I went to the feminism side because I went down the rabbit hole, and I'm like, ooh, I got laid before. This is not helpful, because it's for people who can't get laid, or people who have self-esteem issues, or who lack purpose in life.
Right. So I think there's definitely some benefit there to some of the manosphere stuff, but there is definitely like a rabbit hole there of some toxic shit.
Cause you don't stay with one.
Yeah, there's both sides, but like, cause I was on the other end of the spectrum. Like, I started with the feminism thing, like believe all women and shit like that. Women can do no wrong, and then they did me wrong.
Life taught you otherwise.
But right. So then like I was like, yo, like, you know, I have had people very close to me, cousins of my family members and whatnot, who had issues, right? Mm-hmm. And they self-deleted, right? And this is a huge problem. Like this is a problem that's been going on for years and no one talks about it, right?
Yeah.
But where the feminist issues, and feminism has become mainstream, it's become marketable, it's become the new hip thing to be a feminist.
Yeah.
Diversity this, representation this, right? A lot, just like we talked about in a previous episode. It's marketable. It's all just marketing bullshit now. It's marketable to have women in this particular field or whatever, despite them possibly not being good at the job. As long as we got women there, that's all that matters. It's marketable. Yeah. You can make money off of them. It's fucked up. Like, no, that's not why I would want to just hire a woman. I want to hire a woman who's great at her job. That's fine. Or a black person. Be really good at the fucking job. That's why you got the job. Be really good at it. I would have no problem if they were more honest about it. You know, hey, let's make money off of black people and women.
But like, whether it's a company or on a personal level, it's become trendy.
Yes. Exactly.
Like, for like bulls who will know nothing about like actual feminist theory, that'll just be like,
they'll be
feminist.
Yeah, those.
That looks great on paper.
There's this one black dude with tattoos on his face. He's like a light skinned dude who's like short. He got like 5'4" energy. And he speaks about like, yeah, yo, pay your woman, pay for everything for a woman.
You talking about that
I forgot his name, but I don't want to look it up because I don't want to give him clout. But he's like legit like, hey, if your man don't take out his wallet and give you $1,000 every 5 minutes that you're awake, fucking leave his ass. You know, you go to the police because he's a broke offender or some bullshit like that. It's just like, you're not giving good advice, dude. You're literally making everything seem like a bag. Like, you should not look at a relationship like a bag if you're not getting married. If you're getting married, yes, you should look at a relationship as a bag because it is a bag. You get more tax returns off that. It actually pays less to be single. You should probably get a green card marriage at some point. Everybody, go out the country, fuck someone. But seriously, like, it's a lot of people go down a rabbit hole of finding like, yeah, I might listen to Kevin Samuels every now and then. I might listen to Fresh and Fish before they fucked up with Abba and Preach.
Oh yeah, big time.
Like, there's some truth to what they're saying, but it's at the same time, I'm not trying to entertain those type of women.
No, not at all.
And that's the thing. And it's like, they never talk about like the regular girl. They always talk about this Instagram model who has 300K likes minimum, a BBL, fucking lip implant, the Kylie Jenner John,
and does OnlyFans on
and
the
does
side.
OnlyFans. Like, dude,
almost every fucking girl that comes on that show.
It's
the
stupid.
same shit.
And then you know the one way to make yourself look really smart? Have a bunch of stupid people on, or people who are not educated on an issue, and spew out statistics like 8% of this, 9% of that, 400% of this. Like, the women are gonna be like, wait, I thought we were just gonna talk about something else. No, but this, that, third. It's like, come on. All right, so this is PSA to all men in terms of the manosphere. Girls are hot. But the super hot girls, most of the time, on paper, there's a lot of ones that are not. The ones that you really want inside your head, after you smash, if you do get to smash, you're going to be depressed. You're going to feel so disappointed. It's gonna feel fun, and it's going to feel like, yeah, I'm getting my rocks off. But, like, at the end, you realize some of them people that you're pursuing don't have any substance. Same thing with the women who pursue dudes who are of high value or whatever. Whatever it is you want to call it. A lot of people are fucking boring where their only focus is the bag, or their only focus is how they look. They don't have hobbies outside of that. If we talk to some of those girls who are going Fresh and Fit and be like, hey, what are you into? Makeup? What are you into? Fashion? What are you into? Money? Like, why am I pursuing that? Hey, are you into video games? Are you into art? Even it doesn't have to be something I'm interested in. Do you like fucking fingerprint painting?
Right, but like, that's going back to what I was talking about before. Like, they'll always have that pretty privilege. Like, a lot of those chicks, just like what's her name, Blue Jasmine or whatever.
Yeah, Blue Jasmine.
Talking about the guy she was dating for a while who put her in a condo apartment and shit
after
like
they
that.
broke up.
And then broke up. And he's like, yeah, like, you gotta route, but he still paid. Like, that's fucking wild to me. I don't like. If we break up, I don't know anyone who.
She's probably so fucking home. Like, let's be honest.
Bro, for real.
Let's be honest.
Ain't no fucking way. Unless you're some weirdo that just has that much money to throw away. I feel like that was a marketing
scam that she was doing.
I think so. Like, you got to be getting something out of that.
Because she got all the podcasts. She got on like Adam 22.
No
she got
Jumper,
on
Fresh and Fit. Everything.
Like, she got a bag off of that. So like, it was just a marketing thing, dude. If a dude's really down that bad.
Like, yeah, you
sorry
need
for your
help,
loss.
sir.
No.
Like,
I appreciate you for paying taxes. I appreciate you for, supporting the troops and all that shit. I appreciate you taking care of her because she has a kid. I appreciate you taking care of another person's kid that's not yours. You're the stepdad that stepped up that's not even there. So, like, you're a surrogate stepdad. And that's what you want your life to be.
That's what you want to do. That
fine. Hey, if you want to pay for
ahead.
Pussy and pay for women not even to fuck you, and you just give them because you like just give them pretty women money, fine.
That's your prerogative.
If women want to take that money, fine. Are you entertaining those type of women?
Wouldn't be me though.
Are you entertaining those type of women? I am, but like,
no,
I'm just kidding. No, but like, if you're entertaining, like, I'm not attracted to that.
No.
As soon as you see like a girl do, like I told you, as soon as a girl puts her, here's my butt photo, I'm literally out of it.
This is the shit I fucking hate so much. Social media has become this thing where like it's this outlet, just free attention validation, right? Girl will be like, oh, I got ass all on the fucking sink and shit. I know, Ray. I've been doing squats, bro.
Damn.
Been doing squats. We're working out the hammies. You know what I'm saying? Like, so then they'll be like, oh, I just got my hair done, whole ass on the fucking sink, booty shorts, just yerky out, whole yerky out, just a turkey on the sink. Pulled it straight out the fucking freezer. Just all ass.
Look at that hair though.
I'm like, that hair do look kind of nice though.
Bruh. And it's fine to
You
do.
could literally just take the.
You're already hot.
Like, and then like I used to follow, like I recently followed a chick like this, right?
Ooh,
She would post something mundane, something that doesn't, like a picture that doesn't have her in it, right?
Yeah.
Would get like no likes.
Booby push.
That's another thing too. Every other fucking shirt she owned, V-neck, low V-neck,
Market yourself.
titty cleavage.
Yeah.
Hundreds of likes on those photos.
Oh, God.
People know what the fuck they're there for. They don't give a fuck about you eating a sandwich.
And girls are liking it too. Like, oh my God, you're so hot,
And then-
dude.
Yeah. So it's
just validation.
And I'll also never forget when I went on my first Tinder date. Worst experience of my fucking life.
Talk about
Joan
it.
just sat there on her phone the whole time. By the
Talk
way,
about it.
she used to also be a stripper or exotic dancer, as we call them now.
Mm-hmm.
And she does OnlyFans. She was also still. She told me this crazy ass story about getting knocked up by some dude that had a bunch of money and a fake British accent.
Ooh.
And she wasn't using birth control. I'm like, how are you doing all this?
Because she's trying to get this money.
Exactly, right? Then she gets. Then there's a lot of shit she didn't tell me, but she was really telling me about a little bit too much about her life.
On her first date.
Yes.
'Cause you
So
got that
like,
energy.
I'm like, I really didn't. I really was just like, yeah.
No, you do have that welcome.
Hi, how are you?
You do have that welcome. No.
I mean, look.
No Pope, no Catholic Church. You do have that energy where, like, I'm pretty sure if a girl talking to you, she's like, oh, yeah, this is a nice face to look at when I'm talking to you. No, seriously, I got that energy, too. It's just like, hey, that empath energy, you do have that empath energy.
I guess, I mean, I'd be like, damn, that's crazy. I wouldn't be empathetic about it, but I'd be like, damn, that's crazy. Wouldn't let it happen to me, though.
You really dropped the damn that's crazy?
I kind of did. Yeah. I was like,
That's crazy.
damn, that's crazy. I'm like, so you just out here, no IUD, no nothing, just letting niggas nut in you. And then, like, on her phone the whole fucking time, just not entertaining the conversation. It was just like, she was more enthusiastic about talking about herself.
Yeah, and talk about her. Not even talking about herself, talking about her trauma.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that shit
Yes.
now. Yo, can we do one more PSA?
God. Also, she was still living with an ex, and yeah, granted, absolutely they were fucking. So.
All right.
Go ahead.
PSA. Everybody, congregation, yo, check it. If you have mental health, once again, stop leading with that. I mean, it's cool that you're honest about it, but I just feel like we're all fucked up.
Yeah.
We all got
Whole
mental health shit.
generation.
And like, I don't know, maybe because I've been institutionalized before. Like, most of the time you guys say you're fucked up, it's really not that bad. It's really not that bad. I know I'm putting this shit on paper.
Is it really?
It's bad, but it's not. It's not to the point where you don't know what day it is, what time it is, and you're talking to the wall, and you're mixing your, fucking snot with Pringles and the Kool-Aid stuff that they give you and eating it. You're not trying to kill me because you think I look like a woman and you feel like you need to save me. Hi, George. But like,
out of context, please.
No, like I've been in a mental.
No, right. I get what you're saying.
Just
like this is what you saw there. Like,
it's like real shit. Like this is real. Like that's when you are gone.
Yeah, too far gone.
When you leave with that, it's not like I'm not gonna give you a pat on the back. I'm like, cool, you're alive. That's awesome. But I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, you're so brave for living.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
We really romanticize that shit too.
Yes.
Like hot goth chick with big ass titties.
With face tattoos.
With I don't know about all that, but
Who's
like
over
I don't know, some of them are kind of cute, but like. But please, like ruin my life, fuck up my life, or I want to fuck up her life.
Yeah.
Like we romanticize
I want
that
to drink her
shit
bath.
so much.
I want to drink Kalani bath water.
Oh god.
Bro, no, like I think it was around like 2016, 2017,
Yes.
which we've talked about before, where there was also like a nihilistic push in culture.
Yeah.
The whole like toxic mental health glorification became a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Where like that is a meme, but that is like real, where people are like, oh, I just want like this super toxic.
I have borderline
blah,
personal,
blah, blah.
yeah.
You know, or like how many fucking bios do you see on Tinder, like from like women or men that are like looking for someone to ruin my life?
Yeah.
Or like shit like that,
For
and it's
real.
like that has become like a fucking draw for people.
Yeah.
A girl's it's like super, it's girl super like me, and like I have the goal shit because I want to see who likes me, just so I don't have to keep swiping. And like her bio was like "Death to America," and I'm just like, and it's like this white, the Caucasian white girl, Like, look like she's from Montgomery County, lived a good life, you know.
Her MacBook.
She has a MacBook. She wears
Starbucks.
flower dresses, and she's saying, but she moved to Philly for 1 year, and now she's saying death to America because now she lived in the Temple area around black people. Look, bro, it's like a lot of people just are the worst version of themselves, and it's not even really them. It's just they feel like they need to do that to fit the norm of the crazy girl or the crazy guy or like the cool guy who take picture with tigers, but also is a domestic abuser. Like, it's like we want to be the worst versions of ourselves just to get someone else trauma, just so we can put another badge on our fucking jersey. Like, yo, in the war of 2020 of domestic abuse, I got this star. In the war of gaslighting, I'm 99. I got this star. I got a purple heart here. Like, it's like wearing them as badges. Like, yes, you should claim your mental health, but you shouldn't go in and be the most toxic version of yourself just to get attention. Like, you can be cool. It's okay to be boring. Like, dude, I'm not even attracted to like the aesthetic I was for a long time because it's just like I know what comes with it now. Hey, yo, I like the super tatted up girl. I like tall girls. I like someone who's like 6'9", who's like also like 39 years old.
So you like being
and an
dominated.
art teacher.
Why is this so specific? What is? God damn it!
But like, no, seriously, like I changed the way I view what I'm attracted to over time. Like, once again, I'm straight to further notice. I don't know what I might like in the next 5 years or 20 years. I might be 60 years old and start sucking dick. Shit. I don't fucking know. But it's just like, I just don't care for the whole, hey, you look hot, but you're actually like literally Satan.
Yeah, or like glorifying.
Or glorifying, and like every day is like a new struggle with you. It's like, who's that Pokemon? Borderline personality disorder. Who's that Pokemon? I have schizophrenia.
Please.
LOLJK.
Stop.
No, stop.
Stop it. Get some help. No, seriously. Get some fucking help. Go to therapy. Stop trauma bonding with people.
It's not healthy.
It's become so normalized. Like, no one has a private life anymore, or like used to be me, or like I'm working on it.
Yeah, like
I'm actually working on it and shit.
Go to therapy. I did Tantra. Go to church. Find God. Stop being Wiccans.
I don't know about that, but
shout out to all the Wiccans though.
Stop the Wiccan shit too. Like, that's an actual...
No. We're gonna get canceled. The tarot cards.
That's an actual religion. Like, that's an actual like following.
Religion, not
yes.
aesthetic.
There you go.
Yes.
It's an actual culture. It's a religion and all that stuff. It's not
like people die for that shit, and you're just doing it as like, oh, look how cool I am. I am new dick assault. Whatever the fuck you want to. Like the girls who do tarot card readings but still don't have good mental health. Like, shout out to you, but like, get help. Everybody get help. Dudes who believe the manosphere is a thing and being super toxic to women and calling girls bitches just because Fresh and Fit told you to. Stop. Grow up. Stop telling women to kill themselves just because you're not fucking them.
That's wild. That's some insult.
You're fucking. Stop being incel.
Not attractive.
Yes.
No.
You want to know a way to start manosphere in five sentences or less, or 10. Let's just do 10. Really short. Hey, if you want to start getting women, no matter what height you are, if you're short, super short, and you feel like you can't get women, get money. People will find you attractive. Like Uzi said, when you have this type of money, you're never ugly. That's the case. Or make something else attractive about you. Have hobbies. If you are unattractive, learn how to speak to people. Hey, if you don't like your body, work out. This dude's gonna have a 6-pack in 2 months. I seen his shit on Facebook way back in the day. This nigga was ripped. Like, dude, if you have no hair, find nice facial hair. If you have,
shave your pubes off.
Shave your pubes. Take showers.
On some real shit.
Drink
like
water. Stop. Get off the internet.
Some real shit.
Have fun. Travel the world. Get a world's perspective.
The manosphere can teach you some good lessons, but again, it could be a very dark rabbit hole to go down.
All those niggas start sucking their own dick and start paying for prostitutes on the side. Dr. Umar Johnson was fucking strippers. Anyone, there's a lot of cap there. A lot of these motherfuckers be capping, especially you PUA niggas. Yes.
Y'all do not be picking up pussy like that, bro. Oh my, y'all get cold feet real fast.
Dude, you guys are Captain Crunch, no berries.
On some real shit, learn some game. Be relatable. Be a fucking human being.
Have female friends. Actually, it's like every girl you hang out with, you don't need to try to fuck.
No. And also,
bitch.
Sometimes you just gotta grind, bro. You just gotta keep your head down. Don't even focus on
You
pussy.
shouldn't even look.
Work on yourself.
You shouldn't even try to look for women in your 20s. You should let them. No, dead ass. Like you should not. You should literally work on yourself.
True.
To establish yourself as. Cause you don't even know what you want. Right now, I like 6 foot tall, older women, and above. I'm in 2 days. I might like 6 foot men who have chin hair and a face tattoo that says I'm 6 foot tall. That's how life go.
Elaborate on this.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, yo, what you like might change as you mature. Like you said, what you were interested in when you were younger, you mature from it, right?
Yeah, you grow out of
what
shit.
you were interested in, you mature from it, right? I mean, yeah.
But I ain't fucking no dude, bro.
No, I'm just saying it's a metaphor.
No, I get what you're saying. No, I get what you're saying.
No. All in all, people.
I get what you're saying.
Is just be respectful. I feel like I have to say this message, Eric. Just be respectful. You can still respect yourself and still respect women. You can still respect yourself and still respect men. You can still respect yourself and still respect non-binary people. It just turns respect me by respecting you. Once you have self-respect for yourself, no one. Well, people are still gonna try to get.
But respect is earned. Okay, I don't give a fuck what you identify as, what you are. Respect is earned at the end of the day for everyone.
And if someone's really toxic, just don't talk to them. You can dictate how many people you talk to. As long as you don't live with them, then you gotta kill them. But like, you know. But
hire the cleanup crew. You know.
Acid. You saw what John Wick did. Just have the coin. But like, seriously, please just stop being so fucking annoying online. Jesus Christ, it's funny.
It's a little bit of both. Like there's the manosphere, but there's also like the I don't even know what the I guess you could call them feminists. I don't really know what the name of them who congregate.
They are
because there was a huge purge on Reddit recently with our female dating strategies.
Yeah.
And the big MGTOW. I don't want us to get canceled or demonetized by saying the word now. We're probably demonetized anyway by all the fuck shit we talk about. But like, yeah, because they've banned the MGTOW fucking acronym. You can't say it anymore. But like,
dude,
whatever.
Look, women, non-binary people, straight people, trans people, whoever, men, whatever you identify as.
Be decent people.
Just be decent. You don't even have to communicate with who you want to communicate. But also have friends outside your friend circle.
Please have friends who disagree with you.
He's a Republican.
I don't know about all that, Chief. I don't know about all that, Chief.
And I'm a Green Party like fucking loser who thinks he's super deep.
I'm a nonconformist. Politics ain't really my thing.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, like I think everybody's a piece of shit. Honestly, like at
I'm
this
not
point,
saying on that. I think people are decent. when you talk to them in 4K, don't talk to people on the internet.
Don't talk to people because the internet is horrible. It's horrendous.
It's hot though. There's a lot of hot people there.
True.
Sub to their OnlyFans.
Matt's hot.
I don't know about all that, Chief. No.
All my friends are hot. I don't have ugly friends. All my friends are attractive.
We all bad bitches out here.
All bad bitches. I'm Mitty. I'm Mitty Skitty. But like,
shout out to Lil B, the bass guy, for normalizing niggas being bad bitches. Like, bitch mob.
I'm getting a bass tattoo on my leg. It's actually established. I'm getting a bass tattoo because Lil B is the bass guy, and I love it. But anyway, this has been episode 4 of the Nukeclear podcast. Support sex work. Stop being lame.
Do whatever the fuck you want.
Okay,
not for me though.
Respect everyone.
Respect everyone.
Be cool. Everyone's cool.
Hopefully, all the OnlyFans people get their bag somewhere else. Go to Extra Lunch Money. I heard they're pretty good. Sky Private's pretty good. Porn Central is really good. I think I already said AVN. There's a cam girl websites. There's My Free Cams and all that shit. You can go on like other websites. There's a lot of, you can get your bag. Start your own website. Go on GoDaddy.com. You saw those Super Bowl commercials with Danica Patrick and all that shit. Get your bag. Get your domain. Get this money and get it popping. This has been episode 5. We are.
I got something to tell you, baby. Don't get mad this time. If you want my wiener, you give me ease all up in my mind. Baby, please want my wiener. Oh, want my wiener.